In this video, we'll be exploring the wonderful world of adverb phrases. Please be sure to write all of these notes in your notebook. A prepositional phrase that modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb is called an adverb phrase. An adverb phrase tells how, when, where, why, or to what extent, how long, how much, or how far. Let's take a look at an example. The snow fell throughout the day. The adverb phrase throughout the day is marked in bold. The phrase modifies the verb fell, telling when the snow fell. It fell throughout the day. Let's take a look at some more examples. Be sure to write these down in your notebook. Her dress is too long in the back. The adverb phrase in the back modifies the adjective long, telling where the dress is too long. It is too long in the back. Next example. We arrived early in the morning. The adverb phrase modifies the adverb early, telling when we are early. We arrived early when? In the morning. An adverb phrase may come before or after the word it modifies. The sports writer interviewed the coach before the game. This sentence can also be written as, before the game, the sports writer interviewed the coach. In each sentence, the phrase modifies the verb interviewed. The before or after of it is not important. And now here's where it gets exciting. More than one adverb phrase may modify the same word. Over the weekend, the family went to 2 different museums. Both phrases modify the verb went. Over the weekend tells us when the family went. To 2 different museums tells us where the family went. Let's look at one more example. On April 24th, 1990, the Hubble telescope was launched into space. Both phrases modify the verb phrase was launched. On April 24th, 1990 tells us when the telescope was launched. Into space tells us where it was launched. Let's practice what we've learned. Here are the instructions. Write each sentence in your notebook. Identify the adverb phrase or phrases from each sentence. Then write the verb, adjective, or adverb that the phrase modifies. For example, if the sentence is, our town was built over a river, you would identify over a river as the adverb phrase, modifying the verb was built. Write the following sentence in your notebook. The Cheerio restaurant has opened across the road. Pause the video while you identify both the adverb phrase and the word or words that it modifies. Are you ready to check your work? The adverb phrase is across the road. The word that it modifies is has opened, a verb. And just for your reference, across the road tells us where the Cheerio restaurant has opened. Let's move on to the next example. The food is fantastic beyond belief. Go ahead and pause the video while you find the solution. Are you ready to check your answer? Beyond belief is the adverb phrase. In this case, it modifies the adjective fantastic, telling us to what extent the food is fantastic. It is fantastic beyond belief. One last example. Write down the following sentence in your notebook. On May 26, 1989, the Cheerio restaurant first opened its doors in North London. Pause the video while you find the adverb phrase and the word it modifies. In this sentence, the adverb phrase is on May 26, 1989. It modifies the verb opened, telling us when the Cheerio restaurant first opened. Aha! There is a second adverb phrase, in North London. Again, the adverb phrase modifies the verb opened, telling us where the Cheerio restaurant first opened, in North London. Let's review what we've learned. An adverb phrase is a prepositional phrase that modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. An adverb phrase tells how, when, where, why, or to what extent, how long, how much, or how far. An adverb phrase may come before or after the word it modifies. And finally, more than one adverb phrase may modify the same word. Now that you've watched the video, check in with your teacher for further instructions.